What's going on, Northstar family? How we doing? It's Zac Inzer. Pete wanted me to share a little bit with you guys on my experiences this year. So I have a few questions I'm going to go over with you guys first. In what ways has this job slash summer changed your life? Where do I start with that one? Well, I would say a ton would be a general term, but really, ever since I met Pete and Max and everyone from the Eagle region, and then all the way through corporate, meeting Rob and Roach and Adam Bailey and Jason and all of those guys, I just knew that I loved the culture of Northstar and everything that they stood for. And obviously the product being what it does, protecting families, was something I was interested in too. So when I found the opportunity as a graduating senior from Arizona State, I jumped on it last year. And like a lot of people that have had success, I struggled through my first summer, had a slow start and finished with like 38 accounts, I think, having some, family stuff go on or whatever excuses may play into it. But what has changed my life the most about Northstar is the endless amount of potential. Knowing that I only hit 38 last year, I knew I didn't leave it all on the table. I didn't leave it all out there on the field. And so I came back this year really hungry to prove to everybody and myself primarily that I can do this and that I can push myself and that this is something I'm good at and I enjoy, because I've been in sales my whole life. I've loved working with people the entire time that I've been doing it, and so I just knew it was something that I could prove to myself that I was good at and that I also enjoyed doing, and that's what you were looking for in a job. So Northstar has allowed me to do that and given me the environment, the tools of success, the people, the mentors that I've been able to follow and replicate success measures through to have that. And that's really what's changed my life so far. So as far as my aha moment goes for this year, I would say it was probably when I lost 3 reps in 1 week. I had spent a lot of time in the preseason recruiting, going out on campus 3, 4, 5 days a week sometimes, and just shoulder tapping random kids going to class. Hey, what are your plans for the summer? Going to career fairs, Facebook and phone calling friends, buddies, anybody to try and get them to come out and do the experience with me. And it was tough. It was its own version of knocking doors. You're going through, and it's a high turnover and interviews and things like that. And I was able to lock down 6 guys to come out with me, which I felt pretty good about at the time. But you can imagine, just like most of us that have been in management, that after you lose a couple, you start to say, well, what was that? That was a waste of time or something. But I had the option. I lost 3 guys in 1 week. 1 guy, family issues, and 2 guys, the first sign of rain. Boom, gone. And the day I found out about the 2 guys that quit after the first I was left with 1 other rep in myself. And I had actually had a slower start to this year than I was hoping, doing about 3 or 4 a week anyway. And that was a clicking point for me. I could either be frustrated and mad about the fact that, a lot of my reps quit and I spent a lot of time recruiting and training them, or I could go out and make something of the summer for myself. And so that's what I decided to do. And that day, I remember vividly, I got 2 deals. And that week, I had my best week of the summer thus far, and then ended up having my best month of the summer, the entire summer that month, and with 35. So that was 3 less than my entire year last year, to put that into perspective for you. So yeah, it was a huge clicking point for me there as far as that goes. And then I just I'd kind of just stayed consistent with that and followed the right people and asked the right questions along the way. So as far as how this experience with Northstar has promoted personal growth, I feel abundantly more confident and just happy with where I'm at in my life now because of my experiences through Northstar. I'm able to take trips and travel and plan things and pay for things and have financial freedoms that I never had before, all while still feeling like I'm working hard and not entitled to anything that I'm receiving, and completely creating something out of nothing every day. So it's promoted a lot of confidence in me. My just ability to communicate with people, which is vital in any industry, is getting better and better every day. And just my enjoyment of people, my interactions with people. I wrote on my mirror actually for the last month here. My focus is not very numbers driven. I plan on hitting the numbers I set out to hit regardless, but I wrote, enjoy yourself and what you do. Measure your success on your experiences for the rest of the year and not your results. And so I'm just been focusing on that, going out and having great conversations, having fun with people every day, and it's working. So it's awesome. And where would I be right now if I hadn't taken the opportunity? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'd probably be doing some boring desk job or something, I guess. But there's one word when I was thinking about that question that really came to mind for me, and it was stuck. I think I would just feel stuck wherever I was if I wasn't taking this opportunity right now, whether that's at a desk somewhere or not knowing where I want to be. I would have just felt like I didn't have a path. And now I just, it's the exact opposite. I feel like the world's my oyster, if you will, as cheesy as that sounds, and I can go do whatever I want to do because I've done something that's harder than most things and succeeded in that. And so the confidence that invokes and the encouragement that brings is awesome. So as far as the job goes, my favorite part about helping the families is just the value that we can provide when we're in some of these middle to lower income areas and people have or need alarms, and you're telling them about all the cool features and building the value on the sweet doorbell camera, and it's got 180-degree range view and the front of the house, and you can talk through your phone. They're all like getting really excited, but in the back of their head they're concerned on what it's going to cost them. And what I love the most about Northstar is that we can give such a superior product at an affordable price, and I do believe that. And a lot of the people that we work with see the value in that too. When I am building a system for them, they're so worried about what it's going to cost, thinking it's going to be so much more than what I say, that we really are allowing these people to buy this. And I've felt much less even lately like I'm selling people because they want this stuff. Everyone likes security. Everyone likes cameras. They like these features. So if we can get them to them at an affordable price, and the look on their face when you're able to see the accomplishment in them that they're going to be able to afford something that protects their family, it's awesome. And the thank yous and the referrals, and the fact that I had a guy that called me today just to ask me questions about the format of the referral letter that he wanted to write for me, or a review. It was awesome. So stuff like that is what keeps me going. And then the last thing is a customer who I've helped out the most. Maria Rodriguez is probably somebody I talk about every single day. She was with Central Security Group. She had a large buyout. They treated her terribly. They gave her a camera that didn't work, and the rep had stopped reaching out or answering her calls, and they'd had a break-in soon after they got the system. But they owed $1,800 to get out of the agreement. And I called Peter. I was kind of stressed out about it. It was too large for me to take on fully. And Peter said, you just got to walk away from it. And so I went back in there and talked to Maria, and we came to an agreement to split the buyout. I came out a couple $100s out of pocket because I felt like she needed it that badly. And long story short, she paid $1,000. I paid about $800 of the buyout. And we gave her the doorbell camera and a couple other added components to the system. Her panel wasn't working well either. And 3 days after, we caught somebody on the doorbell camera at 1:30 in the morning trying to break into her house. So it was awesome, and she shared the video with me, told me to share it with anybody. And so I was able to show some of the interested customers that video as a testimonial video from her, and it helped us out too. So it just validated for me what our products can do for people and the services that we provide being superior. So yeah, I mean, all of that is really why I do this and why I love this job. So I thank everybody that's been a part of it and helping support me. And if anyone is considering Northstar, they can come talk to me about it. But I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in Cancun and at the award ceremony. So, peace.